Alright, so quick video. I haven't done a video in a long time, haven't dropped anything in a long time. Been on my monk mode, but I'm gonna start releasing some more content, more videos, and also we have the School of Sharks dropping real soon, where it's gonna be a university of Forex content to break down everything from scratch so you can understand things with clarity. Which is something that I don't see going on these YouTube channels. So before that, we still gonna keep on dropping content, big fish shit. We just keep it going, right? So this is AUDJPY. I pretty much, that's something I was tracking for a long time, and I pretty much predicted this drop here. So it's not even something that's surprising, as I knew that was coming. But if we take a look at the grand scheme of things and take a look at how everything is going, if we remove all of this, y'all can see exactly my thought process when I do this stuff. You have to play the market like chess. The problem with people is they don't want to understand the clarity. Get the clarity from it. They don't want to get it to a point where everything is simple, right? So if you look at this on a 6-month time frame, what you see is nothing but consolidation at this range, right? So between the, I'll say like 109 or 107 and the 54, this range, this block here, it's been ranging within this zone for quite some time, and we're talking about some years, right? It's been consolidating within this zone, but there are a few hints to show you exactly what it is set to do. So first and foremost, if we're looking at this entire chart, it can continue consolidating and not break up here, but eventually it has to go up to this zone eventually. How long it'll take, who knows, right? So this is a 6-month time frame. The 6-month candle is closing in 3 days, and it's closing as a doji, which means the next 6-month candle, within the first 3 months, we're gonna get a wick up here within the first 3 months. If this closes as doji, which I'm anticipating it to do so, we're gonna get a wick up here, and then we're gonna get a drop. And we have to get this drop. Once we get this drop, this will pretty much confirm what it's doing. So if you take a look at what's going on here, so just like how I teach everything in the courses, how I teach everyone how to look at charts, how I teach everything, period, right? When you're looking at this stuff, you have to look for everything that's taught to you. All the confluences that's taught in the course, it's all present here, right? So now if you look at this, you see market structure, right? So you see at the bottom right here, previous low, double bottom, it respected, slightly went under right there, it shot up, didn't break the high, came down, didn't break the low. So this can possibly be starting to go up, but we need some more information, right? So if this comes down, when this comes down, what we want to see is some kind of rejection off a fib from here, because remember, this is a push up. This was a previous high right there, and it broke that previous high, and it's gonna close as a candle that broke that previous high right here. So every time a high is broken, or let's say if this is actually starting to go up, market structure shift is what I call it. Every time that happened, there has to be some kind of retracement to confirm that shift. So if you're looking at this high was broken. You remember, higher highs, lower highs equals the market going up, and then the opposite equals the market coming down. So if you're looking at this broke, what you want to do is you want to see this when it comes down, you want to see it respect the previous low. So in order to do that, what I tend to do, I use everything. I could take the fib from the bottom up and kind of take a look to see where this is most likely going to set to drop to. So we have from the 61.8 to the 38.2 zone as potential zones where this is going to drop into, right? So, and you know, nice little like order block gap right there, whatever. So coming from that standpoint, and now we have more confluences on here. If you take a look, and remember, this is a 6-month time frame. A lot of people don't trade this stuff. So we have more confluence right there. See? So it's respecting the trend line, and we want to see it reject. We want to see it reject, and then we want to see it go up. So now, what I'll do next is pretty much go down to a lower time frame to see exactly what's going on there, right? So 3 months. Now we have clues. Now we have an order block sitting right up here as a potential point where this would drop. Like I always tell people, when it hits the 23.6, as you can see, there's also reaction. But take a look to see this order block is sitting right on 38.2, in between 38.2 and 50%. So this right here to me is a point of interest. This is something that I'm going to zero in on as a potential target point for it to react, right? So right up in this zone. So now we're on the 3 months. So now if we go down to the monthly, we start seeing things more clear. So look at all of this consolidation where it's most likely going to target to come into before anything is solidified. Now, being that once it come down into the zone, two things could happen. It could run down, go up, create a shark-like figure, and continue coming down, or it can come down and just shoot back up. Now, this is a monthly time frame. We're just seeing exactly what point of entry we kind of pretty much looking at. So everything is pretty much clean now. It's clarity. We're seeing everything we need to see, and we understand what's going on. So if we go down to the weekly time frame, what we're starting to see is the actual reversal on a weekly standpoint. High, high, higher high, and then a break, and then a market structure shift. Now we have like a head and shoulder figure. You see this manipulation that happened here, took out all of the orders on top here, took all of this out, and pretty much started tanking. And this is what I anticipated to happen, but I've been telling people for weeks that what was going to happen, because I just noticed stuff. So as you can see, it started tanking, and you could even drawn a fib right here to pretty much catch that right on that 61.8 and run it all the way down. So now it's at the 27, might run up a little bit before it continue pushing down, and which is what's pretty much expected for it to do. So now if we go down to the daily, everything starts looking clear. And this is where the fun begins, right? So this is the zone that we were looking at on the higher time frame. We have a shark-like figure here. Nice shark-like figure. And we have a lot going on here, right? So what I wanted to show y'all, because even if you look at what's going on here, the timer about to run out, but if you look at what's going on here, from here to here, no, let's not look at that. I don't want to confuse y'all. But what we're seeing is a clear move. This, as you can see, the structure was broken. So like this is how you would have gotten at a clear entry if you pretty much paid attention from top to bottom and understand what's going on. You see the high was broken and it came right back into the zone. Every time it come right back into the zone, that is confirmation that this up here is manipulation. This is manipulation. And now it's coming back into the zone that it just left. Previous low right here, respected, rebounded off of it, and look at all the liquidity that was built up down there before any of this happened. liquidity is built up, and we have a nice retracement that's confirming that the drop is going to happen. And so we start putting all of the confluences together. Now look at what a retracement is aiming to. We have the 61.8 aiming to the bottom, to where close to where this previous structure zone was, right there. And so now we're looking at this zone as a potential zone for this to drop into, as we have multiple confluences to the zone, and for it to pretty much reject from and run up a little bit before it continue doing what it's supposed to do. So now this is pretty much, it's all clear. Clarity wins all the time, right? So if you're looking at this, right, so you could have got in here, structure break, so high, the previous high. Whenever a high is broken and is traded back into, when the zone is traded back into, what you want to do is wait for confirmation that that high is going to be respected and not being broken, right? So whenever a high is broken, a lower high have to be made. So this is a pretty easy setup, because for me, if I would have seen this, I don't know how to, the timer about to run out. But if I would have seen this, if I would have seen it react from this point right there, I would have already drew the fib and pretty much wait for it to come up to around this zone. You see this gap and you see this order block. I would have waited for that, and that would have gave me a perfect entry. Watch. Now me seeing that, I can go down to a lower time frame and allow it to run its course. Let's see how far. I know it's gonna go somewhere up there. So it tapped this and ran down. Let me see if it's gonna keep going up a little bit. No, it look like it's struggling. So I would have already got in, because if you go down to a lower time frame, you'll start to see the same exact things that's going on a higher time frame is going on a lower time frame, right? What I mean by that is this right here being news is news, whatever. We don't care about that. But if you take a look at what's going on here, this was also manipulated, just like what you're seeing on the other screen or up here at the top. This was manipulated. The manipulation happened. This was the previous low. You could have got in from this point. Previous low broken, and now it's pretty much doing all it's supposed to. It's just going crazy. So now this other low is broken. So now we're just waiting for it to run back up a little bit. If you missed all the other entries. It got to run back up because the structure broken. There we go. 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 Told you, whenever structure is broken, it has to confirm that new structure. So it had to run back up. Come on. Yep. So that was the respect. It respected its previous high. And you could see your clues as to where it was gonna go anyway, because you see this order block sitting right there. As it's going up, all it's been doing is tapping order blocks. So now what we're waiting for it to do is pretty much continue and run down to this zone out down here. So just a quick video on AUDJPY, just pretty much showing you what I see and how I pretty much calculate everything. Notice how I did everything from the highest time frame possible. Sometimes I even go to the 12-month time frame to see even more. Again, big fish, the timer is running out, 15 minutes. I just have to re-up and upgrade my service with this for unlimited time. Big fish, let's